Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm excited to tell you about the way I transport my equipment. So for years I had carried my stuff in the pluck and pull type cases, or the ones that had like the pre-built dividers. And then I discovered mycasebuilder.com, which is totally awesome. So let's just jump into it. I'm gonna show you how I customize my cases to fit all of my equipment perfectly. All right, so let's just open this up. And you can see that it's a really nice foam. It's nice and hard. And everything has its place and everything has its like perfect cutout. It's really nice, hard foam in between. I mean, this is a little weaker, but they do warn you on the site to not make it under an inch. And so yeah, I have my camera right here that fits in like a glove perfectly. Got my rods, CFast cards right here. The case fits perfectly there. Got the EVF, Blackmagic EVF. And then my follow focus that slides in like a glove right there. And then the last one is the handle for the shoulder rig for the Blackmagic. So that's kind of the first case that I built. It's super nice. Everything has its place. I have this little extra space that I had in the case. I just kind of put some tools and some cords and stuff. That's the first case, a little bigger, not quite carry-on size, but I did create the second case. So again, slides perfectly in there. Got the CFast card, random little slots for different pieces of equipment. And then I discovered that I could actually, if I extend this, I can get my viewfinder fit right there, and I have a great travel case. It's a perfect case for taking onto airplanes. It fits in all the overhead bins. You don't have to check your camera. So this is an awesome travel case. Highly recommend getting a travel size case. This is the Pelican IM 2500. Now with My Case Builder, you can choose any case you want and they'll custom cut the foam to fit that case. But I'll go through that a little later when I jump onto the computer and show you how I built these cases. So yeah, this is a really nice customizable case. Now I can switch out the viewfinder for the top handle if I don't need the viewfinder, or vice versa. Typically I put the EVF in there when I'm traveling. This is my director's monitor case. I don't think I have the monitor or batteries in there because the monitor's right here. Monitor fits really nicely there. Batteries, I clip these on the back. Technically they're not supposed to fit with this, but it helps them get nice and snug in there. And the batteries fit in right there. And then I have accessories and cords and stuff to plug in monitor right there. And then my last case, wish I used more, but I don't use a ton, but I wanted to show it because it's huge. Just shows like how big you can make these cases. It's awesome. So my face is probably gonna disappear. Whoop! No, not quite. You can see top of my head high. Anyway, you can see here I have 3 slots for batteries. The Anton Bauer 90 batteries. I have my filters here, my different ND filters. Matte box fits in nice. Then I have the cord for the charger for the batteries. And here's matte box. And then I have, of course, as you know from other videos, I talked about my IR cut filter. I talked pretty in depth about why you might need that if you have the 4.6K. And then this is just a variable ND in case I just want to screw it onto my lens rather than doing the whole matte box. Of course, the different flags and stuff for the matte box. So that's kind of the outline of this box. It's so nice to be able to customize where everything goes. It has its place, it fits perfectly. You know exactly if you have all your equipment, like, oh crud, I'm missing a battery. Where is it? Oh, it's on the camera in front of me. Look, it's right there. Anyway, and then last but not least, this slot I kind of made for anything. I found it very handy to hold my light meter. The great part is you can actually replace the foam if anything gets damaged, like this foam gets ripped here or here or something. You can take the whole insert, pull it out, put a new one in, you got brand new. Or say my equipment changes and I sell the Ursa for some reason and I downsize everything. I can get rid of all of this, don't have to buy a new case, just have to get new foam, and boom, done. I hope that was a quick rundown of like 4 different types of cases that I've used. I've built on my case builder. I've built way more, but let's jump into the computer and check out like how you actually build these cases. So now that I've kind of walked you through the cases that I've made, I wanted to show you how I made them on mycasebuilder.com. So what you do is you go to My Case Builder, and then I come up here and I log in. So these are all the projects I've worked on. There's quite a few. I've done a lot over the years. A lot of these are just different options for kind of the same thing. So let me open this project right here, the monitor case. And you can see here, I made the measurements of each of my items, and then I put them in by creating the length, the width, and the depth of each of the items, and then whether or not you want finger notches. That's kind of how this works. So you can do rectangles or circles, which is obviously diameter and depth, or you can draw a custom one yourself. Basically what I typically do is I measure my equipment first and find out what's going to be the deepest part. Then I go and figure out like how my layout's going to be, how much stuff I can fit into a case. And then I come here and I click on this little, it's kind of hidden. It's this little edit key right here, lets you choose which case you want. So you can choose from Pelican cases, you can choose from SKB cases. They have a huge array. And the nice thing is it tells you the interior size of the case right here on the side here. And then you can say use this case and then check to see if everything you have will fit within that case. So then I can see, whoa, that case is way too big. I should probably have something a little smaller, or I should add more into this case. So after I've chosen my case, then what I do is I make sure everything layout-wise fits. Now, if they recommend don't go into the yellow, you can see here on this, I made a judgment call to just do it, and it actually didn't. The case still looked great and it still worked fine. So you can go into the yellow. It's recommended you don't, but just to be aware of it. One of the great things is they have this 3D mode that you can click on. So you just click here on the 3D, and then you can see kind of your box in 3D, which is great. I find this super helpful to kind of give you a good visualization of what your case is going to look like, your cutout. Now, one of the things I love about this program is, say I have these batteries here, I can come here and go to align, and then I can align it so it's centered horizontally. So there, now they're all centered horizontally. And then what I can do is, the spacing between them are kind of weird. I can go to align, and I can do the spacing vertically, and it makes them all spaced out perfectly. And so then you have a nice design that all of the batteries look nice. Now, the way I did the batteries is kind of cool. If you go into their library here, you can find tons of pre-built stuff. So if I do a search for Canon battery, I can find, there it is, LP6, and then I can choose how I want it to fit in, whether it's the side or top, which is the one I have, and then add the shape. And it's super nice that they have this huge library of all these different lenses and cameras already done for you. So let's look at a different case. I want to show you an example. Let's see, this one, Ursa Mini 4K. So here, this case was a little more complex because I had the 4.6K that goes here. Here's the top handle, and I had to measure out these different distances here and the top handle. And then this is the CFast card case that I have, the top handle, the viewfinder, a little extra area for stuff, and then this one was fun. This is the follow focus. Now, I wish I hadn't done it quite this precise because it's a little difficult to get it out, but it's not bad. But what I did for this one is I actually went over here to the photo trace, which is actually the way that I did it because it's a little easier. I took a photo from my phone, and then you trace what you're looking for, and then you say what the length of it is. And once you do that, then it automatically does all the other settings. I was super nervous when I did it. I was like, is this even gonna work? Is this even the right size? But it fits in there like a glove, as you can see, right there. Look how that thing just fits perfectly. And then from there, it's super easy. Once you have your design done, you just hit add to cart. You specify whether or not you want the case with the foam or just the foam. I've had it in the past where my foam got damaged and it had already been saved here, so all I had to do is reorder just the foam, and it's pretty inexpensive. And then they also have an insurance that if you measured something wrong, they will recut it and send it back to you for free. Well, not free because you have to pay the insurance, but it's like $14 or something. Really cheap to be able to have that peace of mind. And I've used that quite a few times, especially when I was doing photo tracing of items. I was like, is this the right size? Is this gonna be right? And I have had to go back and say, I was wrong a little bit and redesign it. So anyway, that's my case builder. I highly recommend it. It's the best way I have found of customizing your cases for your equipment, and it keeps your equipment like safer than anything I've ever seen in the past. Just absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend it. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for sticking around. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos. Thanks, guys.